Dan lived a life draped in grey. His days were a monotonous blend of routine and repetition, each one indistinguishable from the last. The vibrancy of his youth had faded, leaving behind a dull, colourless existence. Days blurred, filled with the humdrum of routine. The passage of time felt like a relentless march, each tick of the clock a reminder of the life he was merely existing in rather than truly living. He worked, he ate, he slept. The cycle was unbroken, a never-ending loop that offered no escape. His job, once a source of pride, had become a tedious chore. Meals were solitary affairs, devoid of conversation or joy. Nights were spent in restless slumber, haunted by dreams of what could have been. The spark, the zest, had long since flickered out. His eyes, once bright with ambition and hope, now reflected only weariness and resignation. The world around him seemed to move in slow motion, a constant reminder of the vibrancy he had lost. One dreary Saturday, seeking solace from the monotony, he wandered into an antique shop. The decision was impulsive, a desperate attempt to break free from the chains of his routine, if only for a moment. The air hung heavy with the scent of aged wood and forgotten things. Dust particles danced in the sunlight that filtered through the grimy windows, casting an ethereal glow over the cluttered space. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, a sanctuary for the relics of the past. He ran a hand along a dusty shelf, his fingers tracing the contours of forgotten dreams. Each object he touched seemed to whisper stories of a bygone era, tales of lives once lived and dreams once dreamt. In a dimly lit corner, half hidden beneath a moth-eaten tapestry, he saw it. The tapestry, with its faded colours and frayed edges, seemed to guard the secrets of the past, concealing treasures that had long been forgotten. A lamp, tarnished and ancient, beckoned him closer. Its once bright surface was now dulled by the passage of time. But there was something about it that drew him in, a sense of mystery and possibility.
What's this? It feels different. The lamp seemed to pulse with a life of its own, as if it held within it the power to change his fate. Dan's heart quickened as he reached out to touch it, a spark of hope igniting within him for the first time in years.
The lamp was cool to the touch, its metal cold beneath his fingertips. He traced the intricate carvings, his pulse quickening. This was no ordinary relic. He bought it, a strange compulsion driving him. At home, he polished the lamp, revealing a dull gleam beneath the grime. As he rubbed, a plume of purple smoke erupted, swirling into the form of a djinn.
What is happening?
3 wishes, mortal. Choose wisely.
Dan's heart pounded. Riches, he thought, unimaginable riches. His first wish, for mountains of gold, was granted instantly. His small apartment overflowed with glittering coins, gold bars stacked precariously to the ceiling. He swam in his newfound wealth, buying sprawling mansions, fast cars. His every whim indulged, but the joy was fleeting, a sugar rush that quickly faded, leaving a bitter aftertaste.
Why do I still feel so empty?
He had everything money could buy, yet he felt emptier than ever. The grand halls of his mansion echoed with silence, a stark contrast to the bustling life outside. Every corner of his home was adorned with the finest art, the most exquisite furniture, and the latest technology. Yet none of these treasures could fill the void within him. The people who now flocked around him were drawn to his wealth, not to him. They came with smiles and laughter, but he could see through their facades. Their eyes betrayed their true intentions, seeking favors, money, or status. He was surrounded by a sea of faces, yet he felt more isolated than ever. Their laughter felt hollow, their smiles strained. It was as if they were all actors in a play, performing their roles to perfection, but lacking any genuine emotion. He longed for a single moment of true connection, a genuine smile, or a heartfelt laugh. But all he received were empty gestures and insincere compliments. He was alone in his gilded cage, the weight of his possessions suffocating him. The vastness of his home, once a symbol of his success, now felt like a prison. Each room, filled with luxury, only reminded him of what he lacked. The more he acquired, the more he felt trapped, unable to escape the emptiness that consumed him. He yearned for connection, for genuine laughter, for a single touch that wasn't motivated by avarice. He watched others from a distance, envying their simple joys and authentic relationships. The sight of a happy couple, a group of friends sharing a joke, or a family enjoying a meal together filled him with a deep sense of longing. He craved the warmth of human connection, something his wealth could never buy. His second wish for fame and adoration only deepened his despair. The applause and cheers of the crowd, once exhilarating, now felt like a cruel reminder of his loneliness. He was celebrated by many, yet known by none. The adoration of strangers could never replace the genuine affection he so desperately sought.
"This isn't what I wanted," he whispered to himself, the weight of his choices pressing down on him. The life he had built, filled with opulence and admiration, was not the life he had envisioned. He had traded his dreams for material wealth, and now he was paying the price. "I just want to be happy." His reflection stared back at him, a poignant reminder of his unfulfilled desires. The sorrow in his eyes spoke volumes, revealing the true cost of his pursuit of wealth and fame. In the end, all he wanted was happiness, a simple yet elusive dream that seemed further away than ever.
Whispers of Regret, a tale of fame, fortune, and the heavy burden that comes with it. The world knew his name, sang his praises, and celebrated his every move. He was a household name, a symbol of success and aspiration. But amidst the glitz and glamour, it brought him no solace. The accolades felt hollow, the applause a distant echo in the vast emptiness of his heart. He was an object, not a person, a commodity to be consumed by the masses, his every action scrutinized, his every word dissected. His life was no longer his own, dissected and judged by millions who knew nothing of his true self. The pressure to maintain a facade was relentless. The loneliness was a crushing weight, an invisible shroud that wrapped around him tighter with each passing day. The grand staircase, the opulent rooms, all felt like a gilded cage.
I wandered my vast, empty mansion, the echoes of my footsteps a constant reminder of my isolation. Each room, though filled with luxury, felt devoid of warmth and life. I longed for the simplicity of my old life, the days when my worth wasn't measured by headlines and social media likes. I missed the genuine connections, the unfiltered moments of joy, for the comfort of routine, the small, everyday rituals that grounded me, the smell of fresh coffee in the morning, the feel of soil between my fingers as I tended to my garden, for the chance to feel something real, something tangible, the texture of a wall, the softness of fabric, the simple pleasures that fame had stripped away.
He wished, with all that he was, to undo it all, to turn back time and reclaim the life he once knew. The whispers of regret were a constant companion, a reminder of the price he paid for his dreams. In the quiet moments, he would write, pouring his heart onto the pages, hoping to find solace in the written word, each entry a testament to his inner turmoil, his longing for redemption. As the sun set each day, he would stand by the window watching the horizon, yearning for a new dawn, a chance to start over. The whispers of regret, though ever present, also carried a glimmer of hope. For in those whispers he found a sliver of peace, a reminder that he was still human, capable of feeling, capable of change, and perhaps one day capable of forgiveness. The long road back. The djinn appeared, its fiery eyes filled with a strange sadness.
As you wish.
It rumbled, snapping its fingers. The riches, the fame, all vanished. Dan found himself back in his small apartment, the lamp sitting on his worn coffee table.
I was starting over, but this time I carried the weight of my mistakes. I knew that true happiness wasn't found in possessions or accolades.
It was time to rebuild, to find joy in the simple things. Finding solace in simplicity.
He returned to his old life, but this time he saw it with new eyes.
He found pleasure in his work, in the camaraderie of his colleagues, in the quiet evenings spent reading by the window.
He reconnected with old friends, the years of estrangement melting away.
He started volunteering at a local soup kitchen, finding fulfillment in helping others.
He was content, his life filled with a quiet joy he had never known before.
A shadow of the past.
One day, a stray thought, a flicker of his old desires surfaced.
He wished almost without thinking for a rare first edition of his favorite book.
The lamp glowed, and the book appeared on his table.
He stared at it, his heart sinking.
The djinn was gone, but its final lesson remained.
He had learned the hard way that true happiness couldn't be wished for.
It had to be earned, cultivated, and cherished.
The true value of wishes.
He gave the book away, donating it to a local library.
The joy he felt in that moment, the knowledge that he had chosen right, was worth more than any material possession.
He had been given a second chance, a rare and precious gift.
He would not squander it.
He would use his experiences, his mistakes, to become a better man.
The lamp's final lesson.
The lamp remained in his apartment, a constant reminder of his journey.
He no longer saw it as a source of wishes, but as a symbol of his own resilience, his capacity for growth.
He had learned that true happiness lay not in getting what you wished for, but in appreciating what you already had.
And that, he realized, was a far greater treasure than any wish could ever grant.